the signing of, or they about to fight Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter. WBO issued a mandatory fight for them. They got 30 days to come up with a deal. What do you think about that, DJ Life?
I think it's a good fight. Of course, Terence Crawford's going to win this fight. Yeah, he's going to win this fight pretty easily. I think Shawn Porter's career has been relegated to the elite fighters punching bag. He's on his way to being a has-been. But he's a good solid fight for elite fighters. It's not a weak fight, it's a strong fight. And so I think all the strong fighters want to fight him for credibility, but after so many losses, a Shawn Porter fight won't be worth it.
That is a strong point of view.
Ooh, that's bold. That's bold.
Yeah, I totally disagree with that point of view all the way. I do think it's going to be a close fight. I've been calling for this kind of fight for a while, probably maybe like a year or two, because Shawn Porter been his mandatory for about a year. So I don't know why this took so long to even happen. But regardless of the fact, this is the kind of fight I want to see. That kind of level of competition. I do think it's going to be close, for sure. Styles do make fights, and Shawn Porter's style is definitely orthodox and a rough style. You know what I'm saying? That's not something you can really train for until you like in there with him. To me, so all his fights are, gonna be probably good fights because you can't really train for a guy like that. That's gonna, fight that kind of way. But I'm happy to see that kind of fight. I'm definitely happy for Bud. I hope it's like pay-per-view, and I hope it's like I hope it's a real good fight. I know it's gonna be a real good fight, though. There's no doubt about it. What you think, Romello?
I agree. I definitely agree. This for Bud, this is a career booster for him. Because Shawn Porter is definitely a credible opponent. I mean, he's in the top brass as a welterweight. And all his 3 losses been close. You know what I'm saying? All his losses. So I kind of disagree with DJ Life with that one too. I think Shawn Porter would definitely make it a tough fight. And I love Bud. But I do agree with DJ Life about Bud winning, but it's not gonna be a knockout or anything. It's gonna be a decision. But I think Terence Crawford angles his southpaw, and he's gonna box him. He's not gonna brawl with a brawler. But even though Bud can do that, but I think he's smarter than that too. He's not gonna brawl with Shawn Porter. He's gonna box him.
Right.
He's gonna box him, and you'd be a fool not to. So, the reason, I know it's another subject. The reason Spence played his game because he wanted that respectability. You know what I'm saying? He saw that he fought Shawn Porter's style, but if he would have fought another way, Spence would probably beat him convincingly. And that's
I can't say that. I wouldn't say that. Shawn Porter is a tough fight for whoever at that weight. It don't matter what kind of style you got. That's what I'm saying. I disagree with that. I think I don't know what other way Spence was gonna fight him. Like that's kind of how Spence fight. He don't be in the inside as much as he was in that fight. But he wasn't doing nothing that's like he don't never do this. I disagree with that. But that's to each his own. But I know it's gonna be a good fight. I know Shawn Porter is he's a rough fight for whoever, and I'm glad that for both of them. Because Shawn Porter win. I think Terence Crawford will win, but it's gonna be very close, and that means anything can happen.
I think this is setting up for one of the greatest fights in history of boxing at the welterweight level.
What's that?
I think once Earl Spence knocks out Manny Pacquiao,
Not sound.
And I predict that Terence
Oh.
Crawford is going to take Shawn Porter's necktie off and knock him out better 8th round.
Love his podcast too.
Sometime in 2022, 2023, it's going to be an Earl Spence, Terence Crawford fight. One of the biggest fights in boxing history.
Everybody ready.
So
Everybody ready.
So, yeah, I'm ready. This is gonna be our Leonard and Hearn in 91.
Yeah, they're just going to wipe out the field. And, this is two of the top 10. Earl Spence and Terence Crawford, two of the top 10 fighters, pound for pound, in boxing right now. And they're going to take this thing to another level. And I think the promoters are setting this thing up just right.
I agree. Last but not least, speaking of that fight, it's getting closer now. This Pacquiao and Earl Spence fight.